What's up guys, Amiga here and welcome back to GT7. And here's a little recap on my week so far. Things haven't been going great. I've been crashing a lot. Not a huge fan of the Porsche, but I tried the Skyline and it was even worse. That in combination with this track just hasn't been my week. Between, you know, me getting killed by the curbs and then this is my bad here. It hasn't been fun. I don't know if anyone else is struggling as hard as I am this week, but yeah, I said to myself, no more crashes. Yeah, so that was my DR at the start of the week. And this is my DR now. So not an ideal start to the week, to be honest. And I was trying to get a video done of a decent race, but you know, it took me a while. But anyway, this race was good. So I finally had a race where I didn't crash. So anyway, starting off, popping the fuel into fuel map 6 so the AI doesn't chew the fuel. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're off and racing. You can see there's quite a mixture of cars actually, which I was surprised with. I have chosen the Porsche because of the fuel consumption and the way it handles on the hard tyres. Like I said in the intro, I tried the Skyline here and it was just horrible on fuel, on the hard tyres, absolutely atrocious. So here I am in the Porsche, but you know, after driving it a little bit and actually getting used to it, it's not as bad as I thought. I just didn't like the way that it kind of understeered when you get on the power. But once you sort of get used to the way the car drives, it's actually pretty good. So yeah, don't know, maybe I'm starting to enjoy the Porsche, I guess. But anyway, as you can see here, this fella behind me, he's lagging a lot. But he's also putting a lot of pressure on me. He's very close. Not sure if you've seen at the start, but both the guy in front and behind me are A+ riders. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect, and because my races have been going so badly, I don't know. This race, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just try and really hold it together. And so you can see on the radar there, he's very close. So what I do here, I go defensive. I just think, no, I'm going to stick to my guns here. So I go try and keep it tight here, and so you can't do the old switcheroo on me. It seems to work a little bit. He gave us a little bump draft out of that corner, so he couldn't overtake. But he bumps us again there. I'm definitely slowing him down, but what my logic was is that doing the old Super GT trick, trying to get him to, not purposely slow him down, but I think he was on the medium tyres. So I thought, I'm definitely slowing him down, but if I can get these two guys behind me to fight, then I might have a chance. And I'm pretty sure that the guy in P1 is on the mediums, and I don't know if he's fuel saving. because he's just gone. So you'll see here, this is exactly what we want. See, the two guys behind are very close to each other now. Well, the three guys behind, actually. So our plan is working out. He's a little bit far back here, so I don't bother going on the defense. He doesn't go for a lunge. So we're all good for now, but he is very close still. Yeah, I've been finding this race very difficult between the fuel saving. Tyres are fine. I'm not used to fuel saving though. As you're about to see here, you get a little bit of a lucky break. You'll hear it in the rear view. That bang was the Mazda, and he lost control. So that's him off our case for now. And anyway, as I was saying about the fuel saving and stuff, driving in this view, I've only just come to realise how much of a disadvantage it is not having the rear view mirror. So when I switch to the fuel map, I don't have the radar, so I don't know where the cars behind me are. So it's very, yeah, it's quite annoying. But anyway, we skipped forward a lap there. Nearly screw this up. And this fella behind us is right on our case. So I kind of go defensive here. I go sort of towards the inside, which forces him to go around the outside. He almost takes us out. Very close. I think he just, I don't think that was on purpose. And you'll see there's a yellow flag. So P1, he was 6 seconds ahead or so, if I remember correctly. And now he's only a second ahead, and I do believe he is on the medium tyres, and I don't think he's been fuel saving because he was quite far ahead. And you can see we're putting in not too bad laps. They're quite consistent. So we might have a good chance here. You'll see here, P3, sorry, is on the inside there, so I give him space. And we have a little bit of contact, but that's fine. And you'll see that P1 was on the medium tyres, in fact, and he had only 47% of his fuel left. So now P3 has caught me, and we're side by side. So that little overtake from the fellow now in P1 cost us 2 positions, but you know, that's racing. So anyway, we continue on. We've been fuel saving quite heavily in this race, which is good. This guy's going defensive, which is fine. Don't bother trying to attack there. I kind of think at this point that I may as well just stay behind and try to fuel save as much as possible. Using the slipstream, he does go a bit wide there, which puts off his next corner. I go to go around the outside and then decide not to, and thank God I didn't. I don't know if I faked him out there or what, but that could have been very bad if I was on the inside. Sorry, on the outside. So now there's no one behind. I switch, check my fuel. Fuel's fine. We're going to pit now and switch to the medium tyres. So Noxie's 1.6 ahead, but you'll see here he has significantly less fuel, and he was on the hard tyre, so he will be on the mediums, but we do have a huge fuel advantage. So this could be interesting. And you'll see here that he actually used fuel, so we come out in front of him. These two guys, I have no idea how they end up ahead. But anyway, we're on the mediums, we're okay on fuel, and yeah, we'll just carry on. So this fella in the WRX, he's trying to break the slipstream or go defensive, I'm not too sure, but I just try and stick behind him here, and he doesn't actually defend at this point, so and he leaves me room, so I go for the move. We have a little bit of contact there. We'll just have a look back on that, but I think it was clean. I mean, I hugged the apex, and yeah, it's one of those things. I did apologise after the race, but I actually apologised to the wrong guy, I realise now, looking back at the footage. So, yeah, I do apologise for that, Alma, if you are watching. Probably not, but, you know. Anyway, we carry on. So, we're in P2, which is excellent. This is by far the best race I've had so far. But yeah, you know, don't want to jinx it too early here. Although obviously I know the outcome of the race, but yeah. So I have fuel saved, and I decide, you'll see that I'm revving the car right out. I switch to the fuel map. Once someone's sort of like 1.5 seconds behind me, then I feel comfortable to change to the fuel map. If they're within 1 second, I sort of want the radar on to try and keep an eye on them. But anyway, we skip ahead a lap here, and we have gained on P1 a little bit. The fella in P2 is just over a second behind, and that last lap was actually our quickest. You'll see we're just off the fastest lap of the race, but then someone just gets a way quicker time, so yeah. Anyway, we carry on. We have got P3 closing in on us. But yeah, like I said before, we've been fuel saving quite a bit, so I am not too worried about revving the car out, especially if I think there's a chance to overtake. So I'm really trying to put the pressure on him. I sort of fake the inside. I don't want to dive on him, but if I can force a mistake, then that'll be good. I get a better exit. He gets a little bit sideways there, so I rev the car out to the max, and we get the overtake done. I think we do. Look at that, and P3 is, so P2 and P3 are now side by side, which is, this is perfect. Going through this section, this is exactly what I need. So if I can get this right, I nail that. There you go, they're fighting, you'll see. Over a 1 second gap now. And I just want to get ahead now. So I'm still burning a bit of fuel. Still pushing a bit, just to get a bit of a gap. You can see the gap's up to 1.6 now, so this is going pretty well. And so 1.3 seconds, 1.2, 1.3. And we skip ahead, coming onto the final lap. You'll see the fuel is not too bad. We still have 1 lap or 7% left, so I probably will have to fuel save just a touch on this lap. The gap is 1 second to P2, so I just have to not make any mistakes. Oh, that always makes you stiffen up that one. So we're ahead of our fastest lap, which is a good sign, and just trying not to make any mistakes. These curbs, honestly, this is probably the worst combination that I've driven in Gran Turismo, just in terms of how bad I am at it. The curbs and the car, I'm just not used to it at all. You'll see the fuel now is at 2%. We still have about 30 seconds of driving to do, so, but the gap has opened up. But the last thing I want to do now is run out of fuel. So you see I'm short shifting, shift up to 6. The gap's up 1.5, so we're pretty comfortable. Got a pretty comfortable gap. Don't need to do anything fancy here, just need to bring it home. So we're on 0% fuel, but we do bring it home. So finally got a good race for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're interested in a really good race from last week, it's on the screen now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.